And we have a hero right off the bat. I'm sorry, why? I don't have cult of personality, do I? Oh, God. Have I always had this? No. I don't want to do this. No, don't make me do this. Hello everyone, my name is Grayson and welcome to the start of a new Age of Wonders 4 series. We're going to be running it back with the Vampire Lords. Since the vampire counts came out, I ran a run with a werewolf vampire hybrid, and I was doing pretty well, and then I did suddenly start getting my butt handed to me over and over and over, and I had to surrender because I just couldn't do it. I think I was down to 1 city from 3, and it was not good. But I have an idea for this one. I think what I want to do is small maps to keep it quick. 3 vampire lords on a sunless realm, and I'm going to put myself in there, and then I'll name 2 of them after you guys. So I'm going to generate new vampire rulers, and then I'm going to change them to be somebody from the list, which I've already populated. So let's get into it. Let's see if I have a realm. I believe I have something about sunless. Let's take a look. Ghost of the Dunes. That's pretty cool, but not what I made this? Interesting. All right. Holes. Boy. Sylvanian Blood Realm. A realm of your own creation. So there's one with the Umbral Abyss and one without it. Let's do the one that's just... Oh, I see. This one's got... Oh, this one has the Unfolding Mysteries, though. There's 3 of these. Okay, there's 3 of them. All right, well, let's grab one of these. We'll edit it. We'll leave it as a land. I like that idea. Inhabitants, we'll go ahead and put it on random. I like that idea. We won't put one of these on. And then why don't I go through and set all of this stuff up, and then I'll show you guys what I've done. So I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I've decided to put 6 random traits in. I went in here and I turned off, so I don't have to worry about these. But if you go down to like these ones, I left on the ones that aren't incredibly dramatic. I won't check that just in case. But I've just got just a bunch of stuff, so we could have like really angry neutral cities, or not very many of them, or there's really not really at all, and or banner lords, or we could have Legends of Merida, Toll of Seasons. I turned off Unfolding Mysteries. We could have subdued infestations. We could have regenerating infestations. So there's just a bunch of stuff that's not crazy. Like I did turn on subdued Umbral Abyss as an option, but not regular Umbral Abyss. Sunless is on. We did that by default, Sunless Highlands. But I'll leave that here just in case it wants to put, I guess it might put even more. The Thorn Heart can appear. Yeah, I'm not sure. So that's what I have on there. And then let's go ahead over to the factions. I randomized until I got 2 vampires. Whoops. Settings. Can I change this person? I have to go back to the... Oh, I can't change them once I've gone in. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, I have to regenerate until we get... Here's one. Elder Vampire. Frank Impusa. It's weird. All right, let's go ahead and edit this person. And let me hit monitor capture here. We'll slap one of you guys in there. So, current Patreon member list. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. You are in here twice. Thornton Stark, Earwolf, John Myler, Nox Immortalis, Locutus, Peter Baysdale, Ryan McKinder, Insane Kane, Marduk 99, and then a bunch of you that commented in the last couple of weeks at least once. Some people commented on series that aren't really Age of Wonders related, but I'm guessing, you know, I don't know that they don't watch, so they're going to go on the list anyway. And if they don't show up again, they don't show up again. But I'm happy to have you guys here. So let's go ahead and randomize 1. That is Locutus. Okay, we'll go ahead and take Locutus out of the running. So this is going to be Frank. How about Francutus? Francutus? There we go. Impusa. Impusa. Oh god, what do I call these? We'll call these the Borg Warriors. It's a little nod to his Star Trek. Pox Pit is the Throne City name. That's super cool. I'm not changing that. That's awesome. So Elder Sire Francutus of the Borg warriors. Francutus. Okay. So now we need to redo this person, unfortunately, because I can't change them once I'm in there, which is annoying. So random faction. So I'm just going to watch until this here is a vampire. First time I see it. Elder vampire. Fuful Tarncalp. What? All right, edit. So we'll go ahead and finalize that. So let's see who we have here. We have randomize Marduk 99. Thank you for being here, Marduk, and for being a Patreon supporter. Same with Lacutus. So let's go ahead and cut you out of there. And then that's going to be Marduk. How about we'll call your throne city 99 Spires. That would be kind of cool. Resourceful. So Marduk Tarncalp. Or Tarncalp. That name is terrible. Let's change it to the Scalper. There we go. Of the resourceful orcs. But he's a lawbringer. But he's also looks like this. His hands are big. Those are some big hands. Okay, so that way we will... We're not on teams, but we've got 3 of us, all vampires. And so what we're doing is we're competing over the neutral cities probably that are here. And there might be very few of them. There might be some really powerful ones. They might be really mad at us. I don't know what we're going to get. But we're not going to get things like Umbral Abyss, Seals. So we're going to have maybe subdued Umbral Abyss, but that's the most, because I want the focus to be on the 3 vampire lords fighting each other. And they may declare an alliance and kick my butt. I don't know. I don't know. That's why we do these. So let me go on in there and find my guy. I think his name was Fangris. I might be thinking of somebody else. No, this is him. The Lupi Sanguis Distillans. And they start with Tome of the Blood right now. I haven't played him since the Sand... the Nomads came out, and they have that Tome of the War Bound. Tome of the War Group. Whatever that's called. That one would be really good. In fact, I think that one works with most factions. So, let's go ahead and grab Fangris Lunalis, who we have not beaten the game with, and now we've got just the 3 of us, Vampire Lords, fighting over the rest of the world. Now, they are on Challenging Plus, so they take less damage in combat, and they deal more damage in combat. And then they also get strategic bonuses because they're on hard. So that's how I've been playing, because if I play on normal, I've basically lost 1 game on normal, like, ever. So it's just, like, too easy. But hard, I feel like I lose maybe a quarter of the time now. So that's kind of nice. You know, I do like the chance that I actually have to lose the game and run it back in a different way. So let's confirm. We'll go ahead and save this as... Oops, okay, so now there's 4... Now there's 4 of these realms in my saved list. I'm sure I'll remember to get rid of those. And I'm Cult of Tyranny. That's right, I really want to get to those Tier 2 pikes. Those are fantastic units. So I've got Rite of Bloodletting, Rite of Life Leech. This is a good one. And that's a good one. I really like that one, actually. Okay, so we start with a Warlock, an Immortal. So we need maybe another melee troop here early on. Oh, okay. Oh, I feel like we might... Wow, there is no... Whoa, this is smaller than I would have thought. Okay. So there's a giant-ass mountain range. Whoa, this is a weird map. So we found ruined nodes and unbound tomes. Okay. So we've got 3 traits left to discover. There should be 6. Okay, strange. Well, we've got 3 traits left to realize. One of them will be what kind of monsters are on the place. Maybe, yeah, I don't know, actually. So I don't think there's much reason to go over here, is there? I guess I'll just real quick, just to make sure there's no goodies hiding, like, right here. No, okay. Okay, there's a monster group. There's not very many enemies out. So there's some ethereal units. That could be a coincidence. But there's now a chance that it's ethereal units are what's going on. Oh, there's the heart. I bet a player is right here. And then someone's down here for sure. Is that their house? No, that's Gold Wonder. Okay. So, what do we want to learn? Sanguine Focus would give physical damage, flesh carved runes, give more regeneration, and ignore for stacks of bleeding. Sure. And then the Moonlit Hollow is ready. I'll just go with the Storehouse first so we can get some early growth. And we have a hero right off the bat. I'm sorry, why? I don't have Cult of Personality, do I? Oh, God. Have I always had this? No. I don't want to do this. No, no, don't make me do this. So let's get a Battle Saint. Kind of fun to have a, wow, she's kind of cool looking. And a Dominator. Alright. Now you must become a vampire. Dude, she's kind of hot when she's a vampire. Shit. I forgot I can't play these furry factions, or they tempt me towards evil. Alright, let's follow this road. Hello there, Gloomheart. I don't have a Whispering Stone because I'm Tyranny. Right. Looks like I'll be going to war. Alright, let's go do this first fight manually. I do like to do that. Let's double check these aren't occupied. Okay. So can I do this? Yeah, I should be able to. Alright, first fight manually. Are we in? Is this sunless right now, or are we not? Okay, let me see here. We are in sunlight. Okay. So you two don't like that, but everybody else is fine. So obviously, the Immortal goes first. And then we've got like way too many range units, but they can't get to this place if I put an archer there. And I'm going to kind of sneak around like that. And we healed that back up. Alright, they've done a bad job here. We should be able to put... Oh my god, yeah. Quite the hurt on them here. Okay, not if we graze. You just have a blast right now. Is this the bouncing one? Yeah, sustains damage and gets vulnerable. So we'll save that because I don't need it here. What is this ability? Draining Bite. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Wasn't sure if that was an ally, a thing you use on an ally or not. Okay. So now, can we reach? Yes, we can. So then they've got sundered. A little bit sundered there. So let's take our shots with our archer. I could teleport. But I think I'll stay up here, because if I don't kill them all, this one's in more danger. Teleport back to here. Wow, was that 2 misses and a graze on a 65? What the hell did you guys roll? A 33, an 8, and a 31. Wow. Disappointing. Let's hit that one's lost a model. Let's try to do the same thing to this one. Okay, there we go. So now they're not very dangerous. So that one's upset. Perfect. My cat is suspiciously absent. All right. Easy peasy. Robe of Resistance. Resistance and status resistance. I'll put that on you for now, because you're the most likely to be up in the fight. Love that sword. So cool looking. It's not really much around here. I kind of have to conquer this quick. Or I don't have any space. I might head over here and start setting up an outpost for another city and try to beeline 3 cities out. If I can get like 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3, because the heart's here, that would be great. This one can reach it eventually. It's just, you know, tough to do. Hello. They're evil presence. Guys, we are vampires. We're not only vampires, but we're blood frenzy, meat, ritual, moonlight, death, blood orgy vampires. Like, we're not anywhere around the term good. It's fine. Hello, who's over here? Gloomhearth. That's a pretty meaty stack there, isn't it? Looks like I need to go out and do some fighting. Fight some other stuff. Oh, that's ruined Astral Dew. Isn't it? And oh yeah, there could be regenerating infestations on this planet. We don't know yet. So Fangris is a warrior, right? Because he's a yeah. I want him to be a berserker. He's a go in and fight boy. I want to pick all the perks that like make him stronger when he gets kills, or like when he takes damage. Stuff happens. Like he wants to be in the fight, taking damage and dealing damage. All right, and let's grab this early farm here with the pastures, which is one of my favorite things to have right next to your city, because we are growing much faster now. That's awesome. Okay, so we could switch to something like the workshop, but I'm going to keep going on that because that's what I want. I'm just going to build that, and then we'll go build this later. Okay, so we're healed up. This is slightly dangerous fight. Just have to be, I'll do this one manually. Just have to be a little careful. The Watcher is certainly good at single target damage, but we do have a Ritualist here that can help us out a little bit. So what I'd like to do is get some people in the grass. Can't reach, unfortunately. I might put you like here. Let's do like that. So we've got a little bit of warding if they want to start shooting at us. Okay, so I've got to do, okay. I can engage. It would leave this one able to just 40 damage. That's so much damage. What's the stun chance? 60%. Okay, how do I do this? We could actually continue to sneak through the tree line here, maintaining our defense benefits. Now this guy is almost for sure going to come over and hit this. So all we need to do is have another unit. Maybe right here is the right place to be. And then we'll do like that. Okay. Let's see if I've made a bad decision here or a good decision. Okay, they hit the one in the back, which I'm okay with. She can stay back there now. Oh, I didn't name her after somebody from the list. I gotta do that. Didn't think about that. My bad. So they did exactly what I thought they'd do here. So let's pummel this one. This one here can only bounce. I can't get that one. So let's just do it. I should have done it first, but I was hoping for something else. You get a 90 here. And we don't want to turn our back to the Watcher. Okay, good hit, good hit. So they can't use this. So as long as I keep harassing him, he can't use the big stun. In fact, flank will take him out. There we go. Alright, sometimes even when you're a bloodthirsty vampire werewolf, you gotta go slow and steady or you won't win. Alright, so this is my Astrolonium. And oh, it's at war with me. Okay, so there's a city right there I could take. So that must mean there is an underground player. There is simply not enough space, in my opinion. I don't think they would, well... Do you think they would put a capital here? It's pretty light on space, and it's next to a gold ancient wonder, which makes me think there's not a city here. There's almost for sure one here. Like, that's crazy amount of space to not have a city. I thought there'd be a player right here, but there must not be. I mean, there could be one squished into here, but they don't usually start close to these, and they don't usually start close to these. So it makes me think there's a city here, and then there's probably a city here. And not over, maybe over here, but probably not. How do you get up and down? Oh my god. There's like no pathways. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So I got another Dark Warrior, or whatever it's called now. I think I called it an Immortal. Yeah, it's an Immortal. Okay, it is an Immortal. Alright, let's get another one of those. We've got plenty of range units. Hero leveled up. Ah, a Battle Saint. Siphon Blood. This is the range version. Let's go ahead and grab that. Can't be a vampire without a blood drain. So it sounds like we're going to have to go after these guys first. They have stone walls, which is a little bit alarming. But we can also kind of farm their units they make as we build up. But I want this city, and I want this city. And I have to decide if I want to make them my cities or keep them as, like, vassals that I've been tyrannizing. That's not a word. This one maybe would be good as a vassal. This one I think I want to absorb. Because I want 3 cities of my own. I was going to come over here and, like, make an outpost and settle, but this is too squished. Alright, let's keep sending the scout out ahead to look for goodies and other pickups and other information. Oh, they have some good stuff. Maybe I do need to convert this to me. Okay, so that's a pretty strong group. That one's not that strong. I should be able to do this fight. A little bit wounded here. Where is Sunless? That's Sunless. Is this Sunless? It's not Sunless. Alright, well, let's go for it. What is under you? Draft. Okay. I'll turn this off. I'll auto it. We'll see if they can handle it. They can. Let's go jump onto the Sunless so we can heal. That draft has actually already spit out a unit. I'm going to grab another one and then a scout. And then these guys are going to go join up. We're going to go to war with Astrolonium right off the bat. Next episode, I'm probably going to march over there as soon as these guys catch up. And we're just going to go straight to war. Probably if they have any units sitting outside, I'm going to farm those up real quick. Because I'm not that strong yet. Aha! Heroes defeated gives knowledge. I will absolutely take that. And now we need to build up. What did I research? There's a lot of immortals flooding in. This is pretty cool. Let's get eyes on if they have units. I assume I would have detection if they had units around here. Light, okay, bunch of lightning stuff. Defensive formation. Okay. Now that makes me think there's an invisible hero with that skill, right? Does that make sense? So we still kind of need to heal, but I guess we are waiting for these folks to show up. So I'll just kind of, is this sunless? That's sunless. Do I heal if I'm in their territory? Not as much. So let's just wait there. Flesh carved runes is ready. Baleful curse. I don't need these because the map is so small. Would be good to have flesh carved runes on anyway before we get into a big fight, so all my units are a little bit stronger. This is Gloomhearth. Evil character alignment. They're displeased. I don't really want to make them... I'm just going to make an excuse. I don't need to be more evil. I'm already very evil. It's fine. So we could get a forester. Let's I don't want another farm this early. Let's grab this. It'll refund that, and then let's move on to early library, which I never do. All right, we are almost all there. Next turn, these guys can get a little ways in. These guys will be almost full health. Let's go see what else is going on down here. There's a tent. There's the Sanguine Spring. 51 food is pretty good growth. All right. So let's take her, an outrider, and 2 immortals. And then you folks will be together. Now we've got 2 little armies there. Immortal spirits. This realm features many ethereal spirits. Ethereal units are common. Okay. Kind of thought as much. Court of Carousing next to Spear Tree, which is also an evil city. Are there 2 people underground? Surely there's somebody over here. I can't get too close to that. So let's just, I can kind of poke my head in. What's this? Ruined Gold Vein. All right. Looks like we're about out of time, so I'm going to send this guy up over the mountain range, I think. And I'm not going to make anything else for a second here. I think I have enough units. Is that a good idea? Maybe I should make more just in case. And then here's our Battle Saint character. End turn, then we'll march on Astrolonium here. Hopefully they haven't built up too many more units. Start siege, add projects. We will do the raiding party for 150 gold, and we will do harass defenders, and that should be good enough. And we will destroy this in the meantime. Is this neutral? Can't tell. Is that the same color? That's like a grayish. Does this have like a reddish hue to it? I really can't tell. I think it might be a player's borders. I'm colorblind, so I have trouble with that if it's not extremely well pigmented. I might try to sneak up around here. Flesh carves rune. Whatever. It's ready. Let's put that on, and then we'll end the episode here. We'll come back on the next one, and we will be ready to try to take out Astrolonium early. Hopefully they don't get any more units so we can get this super easy and then march on Gloomhearth. Then we'll have 3 cities to work on. I might convert this one, take over this one, vassalize that one. We'll see. But I don't trust the vassalization to give me enough income and control early on. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what the right move is. I know I'm Cult of Tyranny. I know I should be doing that, but I don't know. All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this first episode of a new series, let me know below how you feel about this one. Thank you again to my Patreon supporters for supporting the channel. Hope you like seeing yourself show up in the games, usually as enemies, usually getting your butt kicked, but every once in a while you guys beat me, like Immortalis did one time, I think. Wolf did one time, I think. I think there's been other ones as well, but yeah, sometimes you guys get the better of me. So thanks again for watching. I'll see everybody in episode 2.